guest is someone who has not only witnessed the evolution of the Indian DJ scene, but has actively shaped it with his sound, style, and sheer consistency. From electrifying dance floors for over 2 decades to hosting radio shows, curating signature edits, and mentoring the next generation, he's done it all. He's a staple in Bangalore's nightlife, a trusted name for high-energy weddings and elite private parties, and a true tastemaker behind the console. Known for his musical versatility and a vibe that connects instantly with any crowd, this man knows how to turn a party on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the ever iconic, the supremely talented DJ Jasmeet.
Wow.
So it's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to the Vic Fix.
Pleasure.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Bangalore boy and I know the inspiration that you have been to a lot of the DJs across Bangalore. And some of my previous guests who have come on the podcast, even they have spoken in glowing terms about how you have mentored and how you have been a sheer force behind them. So we are very honored to have you on the Vic Fix. So we would like to start with your origins and early influences.
Okay.
You began your DJing journey performing at school parties with just cassettes and a record player, right?
Yeah.
Can you take us back to those early days and tell us how did this foray into music happen?
The family was always into music. Like there was music always on at home. Playing the whole Punjabi background. We love our music. We love our food.
Yeah.
The party would always be on at home in terms of music.
Okay.
So that's where the great musical influences were.
Right.
And then coming to the school parties and all, I had a huge collection of cassettes.
Okay.
Those days, vinyls and cassettes.
Okay.
So any little pocket money I would get, I would save and buy a cassette. I would love dancing. Okay. I would love to dance. Of course, for that then I would love dance music. That's how dance music
got into.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any class party, they're like, Jasmeet, you have a lot of collection, just play.
Okay.
I don't I don't want to DJ. I would just play.
Right.
I would have a good time and I play another track. And so stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's how it actually started.
Okay. Yeah.
And those were the very initial stages.
Right.
And thanks to my mom and all, it was never a problem to play music at home. I would also play it loud, so
right.
that'll be fine.
And then you ended up like mixing music for friends and school friends and at their parties.
Yes.
Okay.
Recording music for them and mixing it.
How did your time at Bishop Cotton's and Christ College shape your musical aspirations?
I think schooling and education transforms your whole personality.
Yeah.
The very fact that I'm sitting here talking to you, having a conversation, explains that upbringing. A lot of DJs and musicians say, okay, what's the point of studying?
Don't give importance
I think
to
it is important. At least your basic graduation. I finished that, I completed that, and it's just helped my overall personality and it transforms into my music and performance on stage.
Who were the artists or genres that influenced your early style and shaped your sound?
I had phases, I would go from metal, grunge like Nirvana to, classic rock like Guns N' Roses, and then move into European trance and all that, like Armin van Buuren, and you had the Grid, Swamp Thing, and then I had this whole popish mode, Barbie Girl, Coco Jumbo, and somewhere in the line, because that time cable had just about come in, was just coming in. We had Indian music, Indian film music going on, so we would go watch Indian movies. So we had Indian film, Bollywood music, indie pop was big that time in the 90s. Alisha Chennai and Lucky Ali from Bangalore. But then, of course, I had a lot of Sufi influences like Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. So it was very diverse. I didn't seclude myself into something.
So transforming from college events to club gigs, this is a significant leap. What challenges did you face during this period and how did you overcome them?
I think it's like with any other artist. You will not get an opportunity unless you prove yourself. Right. And then how do you prove yourself when you don't get an opportunity? So, it's a catch-22 situation. But then again, somewhere down the line, you say, okay, you are consistent. You go out there and tell, okay, I'm available. Look at me. I can rock your audience. I can do the business or the music business on stage. And somehow I did get an opportunity. I think it was Black Cadillac. And that's where They were thankful to give me an opportunity, and that's where I started. It wasn't a nightclub, it was a proper pub where I would play retro, 70s, 80s, and of course rock. That's how I started with. And in the end, like the last half an hour would be new music, mostly sing-along music. And what that helped me in understanding various genres of music. And that's how it started. Bangalore was not a Bollywood place then.
Very rock driven.
Yes. And I loved it. I think 3 or 4 pubs that time in Bangalore.
Correct. And people would come for the love of music. They would sit down, have a beer, listen to music.
They would know their music. They would know every track. They would sing along every track.
Spending 3 years as an in-house DJ at Black Cadillac Pub was, of course, definitely formative. What lessons did you learn during this tenure?
I think every DJ should be an in-house resident DJ initially of his career. What it makes you understand is how to change your music or plan according to a certain audience. Also, since you're there 6 to 7 days a week, how do you change your sets? You know, how do you program your sets, pre-program your sets, and live, how do you change it live at that, according to the taste of the crowd, audience that is sitting there. And of course, understanding gear that you have. I didn't even have DJing gear that time. It was a small mixer and 2 CD players, which I would pause, press, and you know, try and get tracks which almost match the same BPM and send it. And people thought I'm actually mixing, but it was not. It was just homework done right. So I think it's very formative, and understanding the business of a club or a pub, right from the kitchen to the F&B and the sale, how you as a DJ, your music is driving, and how your music is filtering a certain audience. So that, I think as a resident DJ, every DJ should go ahead and, understand.
Of course. Let's talk about some early recognition that happened. Winning the DJ Mixing Championship title in 2000 for the South Zone was a notable achievement. How did this accolade influence your career trajectory?
Man, I didn't even know, okay? I wasn't even going to go for the competition because there were such legendary acts in the competition. And I was like, dude, these are guys who've been DJing from 5, 6 years, 7 years, and I'm like a new guy. What am I going to do there? Somehow, okay, my friends from college, my family pushed me and just go and do your thing. With God's grace, I mean, I won the
whole... Do you remember the set that you played for this?
Yeah, I do. I think it's going to be censored here. So, everyone was mixing tracks and showing skills. I made a story, I made a story that I'm making love to my records. So, I think it started with, countdown, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and then Prince's track comes, Prince Kiss. Want to kiss me? And then, then there's another sample. Ooh, your clothes off. And then the beats come in. There's another house track I played, I think, Mouse Tea, Honey. And the beats come in. It just went there. And then I think in the final round, there was another DJ, I don't want to name him. He was throwing CDs to the crowd. After every mix, he would take out a CD and throw. I didn't know what to throw. I removed my t-shirt and I threw it. And I think it went ballistic there.
Insane.
And the very fact, I think one of the judges told me later that it was the whole story making, those 5 minutes, 2 minutes. Exactly. And it was various genres. It was 70s, 80s. And I remember Sweet Child of Mine came in between the house track. That what caught the attention of the crowd. That set was about the crowd in those 5 minutes or 2 minutes, whatever.
Responding to it.
I had the crowd going there.
Amazing. Let's talk about the evolution and diversification that happened. You started off with retro, and then there was a certain point of time wherein you were rooted in house music. So then it moved to hip hop, and then R&B, and then Bollywood happened. What drove this evolution in your sound? Was it like creativity driven, or was it demand driven?
I mean, that's a great question. Demand helps you create. It was a need which I satisfied of the audience. Also, mind you, DJing, I got into DJing because it was a necessity. I had to pay my school fees, I had to run my house. It was not something that I planned I'll DJ and all. I was studying to be a psychologist and I wanted to do my master's in that. But to pay my college fees, I needed to DJ. So it was a necessity driven. And then coming back to the question, I was a house music DJ for 10 years. I still have my house music vinyls safely, nicely kept. And I was rocking dance floors. Then came in, I think, F-Bar, the FTV bar, the first FTV bar in Meridian. What happened was, there was a hip-hop night on Wednesdays they wanted to have. And I said, I don't mind trying this. I love listening to hip-hop. And that caught on fire. I mean, it just would, Wednesdays would do better than the weekends. I mean, we would pack the club on a Wednesday night. I'm like, what's happening, dude?
Right,
I would play 6 hours of hip hop. So I was doing house, hip hop for 10 years. And then comes now evolution. You want to talk about the rest of the thing, how Bollywood comes into play. Then what happened to the whole IT revolution? Demographics of the city changed. There were audiences from north and different parts of the world
who had just started coming
in big numbers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And though I was not keen, I'm not playing Bollywood.
Yeah.
But then one day at a club, I said, okay, I'll end with one Bollywood track, one good Bollywood track. I'll end with it. I still remember the track. It was Hol Hame remix. I ended with that track, and the club bounced. I was like, what's happening here, dude? It bounced. And I'm like, this is not the Bangalore I knew. Things are changing. And then comes FM. FM enters into India. And Radio 1, 94.3 FM, they approached me. And they approached another Bangalore DJ also. And they said, let's do a dance-based show here in Bangalore, Kannada, Bollywood dance-based show, which goes all of South India on all our channels. And that was new to me. But I jumped on the opportunity. I said, let's try. It's a 3-hour show. Let's try it. And I approached the other DJ also. He said, no, I wouldn't be interested. I said, okay, dude.
Okay.
I'll do it. So, you know what happened? Within 2 weeks, DJ Jasmeet, everyone messaging me on Awkward and Facebook. And I'm like, what's happening here? And that was the reach of FM. And I was like, oh my God, dude. This is going ballistic. And I'm like, I'm not a Bollywood DJ. I'm not a Bollywood DJ. So the crowd like, dude, this is great. You're a great Bollywood DJ. And I started getting gigs across India. I started getting gigs. I got recognition. It just took off like that. You know, it's something like, okay, I am a Bollywood DJ. Eventually, the crowd drove me. Crowd wanted it. I respected the crowd's
beautiful
view. It just drove me. It got me weddings. It got me clubs, and it just took off. And I said, okay, fine. I mean,
and also I think it really showcased you as a versatile DJ who can play multiple genres and who's like really good at everything.
Bro, it's all about the audience to me. I tell everyone, you give me an audience, I will smash it. That's what I do. You have, as a DJ, you have to respect your audience. And if the audience wants it, I will do it. And it's a reciprocal thing. They're enjoying, I'm enjoying. The club's making money. It's good.
Let's talk about the destination weddings part. We know that you have performed at weddings in exotic locations like Mykonos and Casablanca, amongst others. How do you tailor your performances to resonate with these global audiences?
Global audiences are demanding, okay? Just because you're from India and catering to an NRI audience or a global audience does not make you a superhero. You have to do your homework. So what I ask most of my clients is, send me a playlist of what you like, the music you like. Then I make it according to that. Then again, please understand, you're going to a destination wedding where there is an audience from different parts of the world.
Of course.
So you need to have your hip hop ready, or if there's an audience from Kenya or London, you have to have their music ready. Like if you have dubstep and rap and of course Bollywood and all that ready.
With Radio 1, you planned Radio and Desi Grooves, which was one of the longest running Bollywood nights and the most successful Friday nights in Bangalore. How did this concept come into place? Because I understand the radio side of it, but how did you end up converting it into a party scene that was relevant to what was happening on radio?
So Radio 1 said we want to have an on-ground property. On Friday nights, either we'll do one club or we'll move around to different clubs every Friday. I said, that's fine. But how are you going to, what is this, just branding? They said, no, we'll also have an RJ with you. I said, dude, I'm going to play music, man. I don't want RJ talking away to glory there. So, but it was fun. What happened is the RJs understood when they're supposed to talk. And over Fridays, it just grew. And it became so crazy. Like when we had RJ Prithvi, RJ Rakesh, and a few other RJs. It went crazy. We had RJ Prithvi cracking a joke in the middle of a set. And the crowds, like, they first dance and suddenly crash over, they're laughing, rolling on the floor. It's fun, man. It's a fun night. Nothing serious. It's a proper Bollywood fun night.
We know that your studio is central to your music production part. Can you share us a few insights in your creative process?
Madness. It's hectic, it's madness, it's crazy, it's chaotic, and I like it that way. So when I'm sitting in the studio, I'll sit for days together. My wife and my son would be like, "Where are you?" Right. But I would just come out, have food, go back in. And once this happened for 8 days, okay? And you know what? The track that came out, I trashed it because I wasn't happy with it.
Right.
So I'm never satisfied.
Yeah,
I'm never satisfied. I still have, I think there are around 14 odd tracks original waiting to be released. There's Tarikita came out last week. Yes. This has done well. It's been on a lot of playlists and Don Diablo's playlist.
Yeah, and it's climbing up the charts.
It is doing well. But I think there's one more very good track I'm releasing in a few weeks. Touchwood, I'm very, very happy with it. If all goes well, that's a monster of a tune.
Amazing.
Okay. All DJs, if you're listening to me, please promote this track. Okay, it's going to come out soon. And coming back to the process, as I said, it's chaotic. I just go all out. I say, okay, I draw it, I arrange it. And then if I'm happy with it, the mixing, mastering comes into place. First, it's all about sounds. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm not, it's me. It has to be me. It has to be my signature.
Yeah.
Then again, it's very important you follow the present trending style. Because if you release a track and if it's not trending enough
at the right time,
DJs will not play. Playlists will not put it on their sets unless you're a genius like Skrillex or someone who changes
constantly
who changes the mood.
Right.
And I mean Fred again, Skrillex, like these are guys whose music is like 5 years ahead. You look back at it and like this guy released this then. So
but I would say the same about some of your tracks as well. You release some tracks that are much ahead of their time. Like for example, now we have like this whole Indo house. It's a fad, well, I would not say a fad, but probably a trend that's going to be there for a while. Indian sounds or Indian elements have driven your sound on the alternate side of music that you're looking to play.
It has.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I was working on stuff like this. Okay, I have some tracks. But you know the problem? We love everything foreign. We as Indians love everything foreign. So why is Indo House popular right now? Because Kahani and all these, great artists. Kunal Merchant and all these guys who stay abroad, who stay in US, Canada and all of them. And they have made it popular. And they have brought a lovely format to it, lovely presentation. And we sitting here say, oh wow, that is nice. Why don't we do it here? I just wish I had done it earlier. Presented in a certain way. And that's what it is, man. We need to believe in ourselves, bro. If I believe that my next track is going to be a hit, I'm going to go all in. You've got to believe in your work, man. You get on your stage, you say, dude, I want to rock this audience.
Tracks like Bekhudi, Aag, Mukti and Pehlu have continued to garner attention. What stories or inspirations lie behind?
I think Pehlu, Mukti, Aag were all, Aag was just after COVID. I got a lot of time during the COVID times to make Pehlu and, lo-fi. So that was just about my expressing myself during those tough times. So only online content was going out then. So I released this. But I think right now, starting with Tarikita, there's a lot of dance music coming out. Superb. Of course, there are a lot of mashups and all that. But we're talking about original content right now. So there's a lot of great dance music I'm going to get out right now. Can't wait.
Let's talk about some of the collaborations that you had. And one of them that instantly stands out is the collaboration with the Beat Gurus. These are like two powerhouses who come on stage and they deliver an experience that leaves everyone wanting for more. How did the conceptualization of this happen?
I think for big scale shows, just a DJ wasn't sufficient. You had, of course, visuals and you had lighting. And then I said, let's get a live element in. And with dance music, I think percussionists sit perfectly right. Then I thought, okay, maybe one percussionist. I said, no, let's go. I want to do large scale. I said, let's go all out. Let's have 6 percussionists who go mad with me. And when I gave these guys the idea, they jumped on it. They said, we believe in it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And we just went all out. And honestly, I thought I'll do 1 or 2 shows with them. But the way the crowd responded, the way the bookings came in, it just took off.
Your ability to read and energize a crowd is very well noted. What strategies do you employ to maintain high energy and engagement during your sets?
Bro, I'm just a friend to them. I don't let the DJ or the DJ get bigger than the music and the audience. I don't go on stage saying, Dude, you know who I am. I don't go with that mindset. I go there understanding this audience standing there who's paid money to watch me spin.
Right.
What do they want? Right. And then it's like I'm a friend. Kya sunega? You want this? Let's do it. Let's do it. So then they relate to me.
If you become unapproachable, फिर वो
that vibe I don't want on stage. And of course, I take the mic, talk to them, all that goes on.
Right.
Suddenly, in between my set, I'll play something very weird, different, and funny. And they'll be like, dude, what? But it's fun, it's good. I keep them surprised, I keep them hooked.
Yes.
And I've seen a lot of, DJ spinning, and the crowd has their back on them. Okay, and I've seen it lately. It wasn't there earlier. I mean, when we used to DJ, crowd would look at us. Or I think the DJs are not able to hook the crowd onto them. I'm saying to you guys, you're getting on stage, make sure their eyes are on you. Right now, the eyes of the mobile phone. Make sure their mobile phones are on you. Don't let them turn their back onto you. Keep them hooked. That's what a good DJ does.
Right.
We all DJs say, put your hands up in the air. That's okay. We all do that. But I'm saying, what else? How do you relate? What do you talk to this audience standing there?
Right.
You know.
See, I've seen few DJs who do this very well. Like one is Akhtar, one is you. You know, like who knows what to say, how much to say, and when to say. Like not too much, not too less, but just the right amount.
Correct.
You know, and that's how you keep them hooked.
And there are gigs where I don't talk at all on the mic because the audience is such that they just want music.
Right.
They don't want any talking. They're very happy.
Juggling roles as a DJ, producer, radio host, and a mentor requires balance. How do you manage these responsibilities while continuing to motivate?
I think discipline and a consistent approach. So I have a disciplined approach. If I know my week or month ahead, I have a calendar, I have a schedule. In the morning, suppose today I don't have an event, I'm hitting the gym or I'm playing badminton early in the morning. I'm coming back, then I'm sitting on my studio and my admin work. Dude, I don't have a manager even now. I'm managing myself. I'm managing my social media myself. I'm managing my gigs myself. I'm managing my tech myself.
Because your website lists your number.
It's me. And I'm managing others, junior DJs also, a few of them. I like doing that. But it has to have a disciplined, planned approach. The days I don't have an event, I'm sleeping by 10:30. You call me 10:30, 11, I won't answer because I'm in bed, man. I'm asleep. After a certain age, you have to manage your lifestyle and your, and the days I have my gigs, then I wake up, of course I do my homework for that event, and it's done days earlier, but then again that day, make sure my USBs are right, my headphones are working, my gear is right, I take a little nap at noon, and then at night I'm prepared for the event. It's a planned approach, bro, and that's what matters. You even Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, how much content, when are you posting consistently or not? I see a lot of DJs, 1 month full power, and then you want to post 1 in 2 weeks, but do that 1 in 2 weeks. Be consistent about it. So I have a lot of young DJs saying, sir, promote me in this club. I said, bro, I saw your Insta. You haven't posted in a year. You are not promoting yourself. Why will I promote you? There is also an argument. Oh, I hate Insta. Why should I'm a DJ? Why should I post on it? Like, dude, think about the reach it has. Your content's reaching the world, and you have to evolve, and you have to look the part.
Are there any particular events or performances, that stand out in your memory due to the uniqueness or the challenges they presented?
I think every event is special and every event is unique. It all depends on you as an artist at that point of time and that frame of mind. How are you going to go on stage? Not every time before getting on stage, I'm in a great mood. Okay, maybe there are things in my personal life where my mood is down and low. Or I have traveled 5 events back to back and I'm coming for my 6th one. But you know what I tell myself? Stop all this, put it aside, keep your personal and life different from your work life. Because if I'm getting on stage, I want everyone to see a smiling face. They don't care how tired you are. It's your problem. So get on stage, do your thing, man. My family says, he'll be tired right now. When he's on stage, he's playing 8 hours.
And he's jumping all
and then
over,
when he's coming back on stage, he's gone sleep. But also, bro, I think it's also got to do a lot of other things. You've got to keep health in shape. Okay, I don't drink. And even if I would drink, it'd be very rare at home with a few friends. Very rare.
Yeah.
Most of these DJ friends would just get me, I get him drunk. I'll be like, dude, I can't handle this. But on stage, I'm never drinking.
Correct.
And no smoking, no nothing, keeping my health in shape. That's what matters. That's how you get up there.
Absolutely.
I've done 9-hour sets, bro.
No, it's not a joke.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, because it's not just physical, it's mental as well, right? Your mind is always thinking 5 tracks ahead.
Yes.
Right?
It's more mental.
Yeah, of course. With the Bollywood Blockbuster TV, you really brought Bollywood audiovisual sets to Bangalore on a big scale. That was a fresh and cinematic experience for the crowd. Do you still do audiovisual sets now? And what got you excited about combining visuals with music in the first place?
I think visual sets, I leave it to Vic Fix. I think you were doing it before me.
No, but I'm saying on a big scale.
On a big scale. See, Blockbuster TV, I'll tell you what happened with Blockbuster TV. I was just bored. Okay. I was doing audio, I was rocking stages, I was doing weddings. I was just bored. I said, okay, what can I do more now? Let's do Blockbuster TV. What is Blockbuster TV? An audio-visual experience. A Bollywood audio-visual experience. I sat for 8 months editing my videos myself. With a laptop that was just juiced out and struggling.
Yes.
And these were not just videos going on stage. The video had something else, like some other snippet, something funny, or something intense, in between.
There was a thought process and a story behind everything.
And I did it because I thought it would be nice.
Yes, see, if I may add, I also believe that you had a market and you had an audience that you could cater to with this product.
No. Okay. I didn't know. I did this because I wanted to creatively do something. Okay. I didn't even know I could edit videos that time. All I wanted to creatively challenge myself. I said, okay, I'm gonna try and do this. Crowd hai, nahi hai, market hai, I don't know, bro. We'll see. That was very later, this thing. 8 months I edited. I wanted to present it in a very cinematic way, in a very visually appealing, very professional way. There were people doing audiovisual sets, but you would see YouTube logo on top. You would see something else on top. I wanted to do it very, very professional. Right from the way my logo comes in.
Yeah, exactly.
Crowd be like, for a moment they're like, and then the desert thing. So I didn't know Blockbuster TV would go so big. I did 8 to 10 gigs. I didn't even have a controller. So I had some DJs come in and they're like, how are you controlling those visuals?
Yes, I remember how
and I had an 800 mixer, DJM 800.
I know.
The 800 was controlling the visual. How? That's a secret I'm not telling you. Right?
No, I remember how you were mapping it with the MIDI mapping. And
the 800 mixer.
And that point of time, it was a touch and go. It would work sometimes. It would not. The amount of hassle.
Yes. But those were the only resources I had, and I had to make do with those.
Correct.
So this is what you have. This is what you're gonna make do with. Somehow you're gonna get the visual on stage. We had Ice Bar. We had the JW. And we had then Kingfisher come on board, and they said we'll buy this. I'm like, buy this property? Like, no, we'll sponsor your Blockbuster here. India, and then there was a event, and then they would say India's biggest audiovisual experience, Bollywood experience. And I'm like, seriously? I think I charged less. So you had like 3,000 people on a regular Saturday night coming and witnessing that on a 40-50 foot screen. And that point of time, I didn't realize this would
go to that level.
And then I would have a guitarist come jam with me on that. And I had another percussionist come jam with me. At that point of time, I didn't know this has gone so big. Okay. And I did that, I think, till COVID. And I stopped it. Then COVID came in. I had some wiring change in my head. And post-COVID, I said, it will not work. It will not work financially. So I stopped it.
Got it.
Because we had reached a certain level with Blockbuster TV that I would require big screens, big gear, and the events would not do. But now, let's say the last 1 year, everyone's back. We have these grand live acts, sold out shows. I don't want to get the cat out of the bag yet, but I'm working on something else for live shows, right? Hopefully goes bigger than Blockbuster TV and Beat Cruise. But again, I said there's a creativity involved. I've been working on it for the last 3 months, 4 months, and I'm still working creatively. I am not thinking of the monetary aspects of it. I'm just saying of the creative aspects, where it is heading.
Right.
Is it an audio visual? It is a live act. What is it? Okay. You have the Las Vegas Fair. What's this guy?
Sphere.
Who's this big act who did that?
Anima.
Okay. Yeah. Amazing, man. Amazing. It blew my mind. Can I do something bigger than that in an Indian context? So there is a lot of tech backend I'm working on. Right.
Of course.
I want people to go there and they're, the hair standing up like, what happened?
Do you remember the audiovisual sets you did during COVID? And the impact that he had?
Bro, that was tough times for everyone. And I'm glad me, along with Deep Bhamra, also we got the tech in place. The tech was not right. I'm not taking full credit for it from anyone else, but I think we got it right. Okay, we got the streaming right, we got the audio content right.
You bypassed the whole
OBS
copyright.
Yes, we bypassed the copyright. Yeah. And we gave it out free, man. I could have been a ass and kept it with me and say, I'm not letting this technology out and capitalize on it. Within 1 week, I said, Deep, let's get it out, man. It's for people to use.
Super.
Artists need it right now. DJs need it. They're struggling. They're not making money. They have families, they have houses. Let's get it out. We gave out our secret. How to do it right. And I'm glad I did it, man. Because everybody got into it. And it was a big online party. And I also gave out sets free. I gave out online sets free. I sent audio MP3 sets free. Bro, we were tough times. We were not going to make money. We didn't know when this would end. I think what matters is to keep our audience happy. We keep people sane, keep ourselves busy. And if in those times of grief, if music is not pleasing you, what else will the music act? I've got people messaging, calling me, your music kept me alive. I was in COVID, I was in bed. And music kept me sane. And that's all I need. And you won't believe when these tough times ended, people came out and appreciated, gave me events. They're like, take this. Oh man, I just hope those tough times never come.
See, but that's the power that music has. And as an artist, over years of experience, if you can bring it out during those times, to help anyone. There's nothing better than that. I mean,
bro,
that's the least.
You got to stop being a moron. I mean, I understand the music business. I understand you all want to make big. Don't be a moron. Be ethically, professionally right. Don't be an ass just for making money. You're stupid. Okay, you will, bro. When I leave the world, I only want respect, and that's why I teach my son. I say, you know what? Leave this world with respect. I don't want anything else, man. Money comes and goes. Okay, it's okay. You need it. You need money for survival. It's important. But help, man. I've had superstar DJs come on stage and tell the relative, "Go out of here, dude. I only drink from this mineral water. Get me that mineral water and that brand of vodka." I'm like, okay. Stop being an ass.
Okay, so let's speak now about mentorship and industry impact. You are known for creating opportunities for aspiring DJs. Right? Also, there was a point of time when you chose to bring some of Bangalore's finest talent together and get better opportunities as well as mentor them in the business sense of. So, what drove this thought process, firstly? And then, what advice do you offer to newcomers in the industry now?
I think that you need to go back in time to see who offered me mentorship. You understand?
We'd love to hear this.
So, hats off, big respect to DJ Vachan. Time and again, he would play there. And I met him through someone. And I said, can I just see how the Denon 4500 mixer works? He said, just stand. I stood there and I did lights, operating lights.
What year was this in?
This was even before Black Cat Light. We're talking about, 96, 97? And I just did lights and I watched him play. And I said, thank you to him for that. And he's letting me stand there.
Right.
I learned so much from that man. He's a technical wizard. He's a mixing genius. Even on records and CDs and those days, we had noon this and night this and all that. And I would just go. I would attend. Our college was going on. Whenever chance, I would go stand. I would do lights for him, and I would just watch. I did that for 2 years, man. And I think now, coming back to now, it's time to give back to people something. there is no system in place, man, in our industry,
Right.
in the DJing industry.
Right.
And I'm like, why not? Why aren't we having a system in place? Why aren't clubs paying us on time? Why aren't DJs doing sound checks? Why are DJs getting drunk on stage? Why
Correct.
isn't there a certain format
Yeah.
being followed? Why not? So I think gotten together 8-9 DJs together, okay, and I said, these are great talent. These boys and girls,
Right.
they're doing really good.
Yeah.
And I thanked them to them. Like, you know, we had Opposite, we had Deep Bamra, we
Yeah.
had Vanshi, we had Riya,
Yeah.
we had Ashwin Bhatia
Correct.
on board.
Yeah.
And I said, they believed in me.
Right.
And I'm thankful
Right.
to them.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
could have said, no. There were a few DJs who said no to me.
Okay.
And I'm fine. I
Yeah.
respect that.
That's fine. Yeah. Yeah.
But when they came on board, I said, okay,
Yeah.
we're going to have a certain format.
Super.
We're going to do it in a certain direction. But you also need to follow a certain format. If you're getting on stage as my DJ,
Right.
you need to follow a certain format in terms of do a sound check, have your gear right.
Yes.
Please do not get drunk on stage, rock the audience. Then why won't the club respect you?
Of course. Yeah.
The club only does not respect you because you're not doing your job.
Correct.
And I think it's a two-way thing. Okay. And we got this format right. These DJs did so well. Okay, 1.5 years that they were with me, they did so well for themselves, and it was amazing. I think we were doing weddings, we were doing corporates, we were doing clubs.
Super.
My phone wouldn't stop ringing, and I was handling them personally.
Yeah.
There was no other manager.
Correct.
It was me.
Yes.
And at certain point of time, I became very stringent. I said, "This is the format. You will pay. This is how you will pay.
Right.
This is how the DJ will come." We lost a lot of gigs, mind you, initially.
No, but see, that's gonna happen because see, you are defining standards, and kudos to you for that. In a market which is so disorganized,
Yes.
and the way it is, you are setting standards, and you're saying the reason I'm charging you a certain amount of money is because I can deliver you quality that no one else in the market can offer,
Yes.
and plus I can
the
give you.
clubs told these
unbeatable
DJs. The
experience.
clubs told these DJs, "No, we won't give you a gig."
Come to us directly, or you do things. Yeah.
And I told them,
Yeah.
I said, "Believe me,
Yeah.
give them 2 weeks." Am I wrong in setting a standard?
Of
Am I
course not.
wrong in saying, I am offering you a 2,000 rupees discount more than the artist fees? But all I'm saying is, let's have a system in place.
Correct. Correct.
Am I wrong in saying that?
Of course not. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even now, and then COVID came and I had to dissolve this because I knew post-COVID it will not survive.
Yeah.
Times are changing. But again, I think now I would like to come back with this.
For any artist who's working with you and who has him managing you, like of course, there is the constant mentorship that happens, which is priceless above everything else. It also sets certain work standards in place. Having the Jasmeet stamp immediately makes you immune to a lot of things which you would not go through, because with your name being attached, people know that there's no hanky-panky business when someone's trying to book you.
Exactly. But then I want my artist to be a top performer.
Of course.
Because they have my name.
Course.
You can't go up and make a fool out of it. Mind you, some of the artists,
Yeah.
I've given them a piece of my mind. I said, why did you do? You should have done this also.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a two-way thing, man.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And I even feel now we need a system in place.
Yeah.
So clubs, if you're listening to me, I mean, please get a system in place. These are kids who have families and they need to survive.
Right. See, unfortunately, even today, entertainment is the last thing that's looked at and the first thing that budgets get cut on.
Yeah, we are a value-add product. I'm saying it's simple, okay? You have a superstar DJ and a senior DJ whom you're giving all his technicals right. You're paying him on time. The junior is asking a few things, and that will make him happy and make him perform better. Why aren't you doing it for him?
Exactly.
Please
exactly.
I'm not talking all clubs. Few of them do it very well.
Right.
Few don't. As an artist, a lot of artists tell me, DJs tell me that, getting business to the club is not my problem.
Yeah.
I say it is. Because your music will drive the audience in. If your music is not right, that's why the audience is not coming. Why is it not coming?
Correct.
Why am I pulling a crowd on a Monday night? 200 people on a Monday night. Tell me why.
Yeah.
So as an artist, you also have to work hard.
Yeah.
It's not just the club or the promoters. No. You have to do it too.
Yeah. Yeah. Because now the market is not like what it was.
Why is Martin Garrix, why is David Guetta on screen, on Insta about their personal life and their DJing life? That's the way the business is working.
Exactly.
It's driving sales. That's what driving tickets. So you can't just sit in a room. I made this track. Dude, nobody knows you made it.
Right.
Nobody knows you're playing that because you never went out there and made noise about it. So I'm telling all DJs, make noise. Go out there. It's so much easier now.
Are there any other upcoming projects or collaborations that you are particularly excited about and would like to share with us?
See, collaborations in the fray right now, but I'm open. Okay. If an artist and me share a similar mindset, I'm open to any artist. Right. But I think I'm so busy with releasing new music right now and managing it my weddings and events.
Your personal life as well.
Yeah. So I have a son, I have a wife, and mom to take care of.
Yeah.
It's a balancing act. But I would love to collaborate with some artists, especially some live artists, because I understand music. I know how to read and write music, so that really helps me. And love to coordinate with some artists. So if you want to approach me, and go ahead. I think a lot of people don't approach me because of
they are just
scared. Because of the experience I have. It's easy, man. I'm not a difficult guy.
Let's speak about your vision for the future. What are your aspirations for the next phase of your career? And how do you envision the evolution of the DJing landscape in India?
The DJing landscape in India has just opened up. It has only just begun. Okay? Yes. We have the numbers, we have the money, we have the gear, and we have the right experience. I'm talking about off-stage and on-stage people. We have the right technical know-how. A lot of our technical people in the technical line are going to Tomorrowland and doing work there quietly. You know that?
Yes.
It's amazing. All right. So we have it, and it's only just begun. So if you're a DJ in India, gear up. Get your act right, because it's only just begun. The whole scenario, what you've been seeing all this while, is just a little thing. If you do a bit of research and you see the numbers, there's huge, aspects coming in. Yeah. And as for me, I am breaking my head into AI technology. Okay, I'm seeing how it can help me back end and on stage. It's really new to me, and I'm a little frightened by it. Okay, because I think this technology, if it drives you, instead of you driving it, I'm scared. So, but then again, it may sound gibberish to you, but I want to use AI technology and leave behind a musical product that people use forever. Your physical body can die, but your your brain still remain there for everyone to use. If you're understanding this is where it's heading. Your legacy never dies. It's a very nascent phase.
It'll take time.
I want 100 years down the line, like Jasmeet created this, and we're still using this. Other than the music that I leave behind. I mean, it may baffle you, but I think I'm going to DJ for the next 5 years max. I have set myself a goal. I know a lot of DJs say, once you're a DJ, you always get on stage, no matter what age. Fat Boy Slim and all 65. But I think I've set myself a goal for the next 5 years. 5 years, this is what I want to achieve. This is what I will achieve.
And I've always known you. You remember, I think we had a conversation around 15 years back, wherein I had asked you at that point of time, what's your plan for the next 5 years? And you had it very clearly jotted down. It is beautiful, and I think that is the way it has to be. Yes.
This is what it is, man, for me. Next 5 years is what it is. After that, I want to spend my time with my family. Okay? I haven't been able to give them time. I'll say, okay, this is how much I have. I'm happy with it.
We are going to do a quick rapid fire now. Okay. What's your go-to comfort food after a gig?
Empire Kebabs. Empire Kebabs, please sponsor us. What is it? That's what you get. Everything starts. Right? 5-star coffee shops are started.
Yeah.
I mean, where do we go? Where do we go at 1:32 in the night? What else to do? Comfort food or the only food?
If you weren't a DJ, what would you be doing?
If I wasn't a DJ, I was studying to be a psychologist. So I might have done that, or I don't know, man. I think I'm a psychologist, or I would just be studying. I would just do my master's in psychology. I would do my PhD. I would be a mad fellow. Yeah, but in a way, we are psychologists, man. We make people happy. We let them forget their tensions for a while, and
that's what I was gonna come to now. Next, saying that, are you, implementing principles of psychology in DJing subconsciously?
Dude, if I say yes, nobody will come to my event. If I'm advertising, no man. I'm just having fun.
What's the weirdest request that someone has asked you during a set? I'm sure there'll be lots, but just one now two you remember.
You know how it is, man. They come with some. They don't even get the names right. I think that they're drunk. Or I'm like, what do you want?
Vinyl, CDJs, or USBs? What's your poison?
Bro, I like the sound from a vinyl. The sound for dance music, the bass lines,
the analog.
It hits hard. Okay, even now at home I have a vinyl. I listen to it on my speakers and I love it. But in terms of comfort and travel, oh man, we used to carry 5 bags and now just USB in your pocket.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah. 3 celebrities that you have DJ'd for. Are they private parties?
I can't mention, man. I've signed a non-disclosure agreement with them.
Okay.
Top-notch Bollywood celebrities right now. Actresses, and of course, cricketers. That's an industrialist. Some top-shot industrialists. These are people I can't even let out on the internet. I can't even post their things.
Got it.
And off late, there was a very big South Indian musician who was at my event. I was spinning at this event and he was there and he hugged me and he loved me. And unfortunately, I can't even post it. I can't post it. But it's okay. It's just, for me, that's gratitude. And to be honest, bro, you get all that hype playing to all these stars and all that. But I'm not much of a... I enjoy playing for the rest of the audience much better. Because you know what happens? If you're at an event and these stars come in, it's all about them.
And there's a disruption that happens. And, you know,
I'll tell you a story. This top shot Bollywood actor. And he's invited to this party at this wedding I'm playing at.
Is he known for his energy?
I am not saying anything, bro. I'm known for my energy, so listen to this. I'm not going to let his name out. He comes in, and I think he's just had a bad day. Because the whole audience is rocking, the party is going crazy. I'm on stage dying it. I think he's just had a bad day because no one's giving him attention or something. It's my psychology at play. He comes to me and he's like, play this, play that, play this, play that. Then I'm like, dude, this is not even fitting in the thing. I play, energy dies down. Again he comes, play this. And then this dude sits down behind me on the concert, like sits down. He asks his security, whatever, give him pen and paper. And he sits there like this. And he's writing names of tracks which I'm supposed to play. And there are 3 sheets. Two in the night. The guy is sitting down there. And he gives it to me and he's like, play this. You have to play this. I still have those sheets. I've kept them for a better day. In his handwriting. And I'm saying, don't be a moron.
Correct.
And let be. Anyways. So
then what happened?
I didn't play, bro. And the planner comes to me. Why haven't you played his tracks? He said it's not his wedding. So he's getting very upset. So too bad, man. And the host himself told me, screw him. So if the host is saying screw him, screw him. If the host would have come up and said, Jasmeet, play some of his tracks, I would have obliged. Because it's a private party, I'm there for that. I would have obliged.
Correct.
But I didn't like the way he came. And
the way he approached and the way he spoke. Exactly.
He may talk bad about me, he may not give me events, I may not become popular in the Bollywood circuit. I don't care. But I have that sheet.
No,
I'm going to frame it and send it to him on his birthday or something. Never mind. It's okay, man. All of us have bad days.
So if your DJ name wasn't Jasmeet, what would it be?
Bro, I don't know. I think right now it's Paji or something. Anything. I'll be like, I don't know. Because of the energy, I think there would be some like 100% charged always, something like that. Supercharger or something, Red Bull or on those lines.
Got it.
That's what it would be, you know.
What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you on stage?
Quite a few, man. I don't think. I think just, I'm talking about earlier days and all. The ladies just pulling my shirt off and like basically tearing my shirt off. I'm embarrassed, dude. Like, you respect my personal space.
Okay. If your life were a DJ set, what would be the opening track?
Wow. If your life was a DJ set, what would be the opening track? Music sounds better with you.
Stardust.
Yeah. Because to me, it's not about me. It's about music and people. So music sounds better with you.
Superb.
That would be my track. I started.
Favorite city to party in outside India?
Bangkok. I'm just kidding, man. No, not really. I love Mykonos. I like the energy, the people. I love Mykonos. It was so nice. The whole vibe, the atmosphere, and it was nice.
What's the first app you check in the morning when you wake up?
What's the first?
App.
Instagram. Has anyone said something bad about my post?
Okay. If you could teleport to any festival in the world right now, where would you be going?
I don't like big festivals. I like smaller boutique festivals. I preferred Burning Man when it was the real Burning Man. Only the artists and the creative people.
It had the charm initially.
Yeah. I like what Magnetic Fields, what they're doing earlier on, last few years. I love that festival. And though I haven't gone yet, I would love to go there. But I think there's a lot of smaller boutique festivals which are, in India going on and abroad also. I think I like those because the music is very experimental. As a DJ, I'm always listening to what is on the charts and what everyone's saying. But I would love for me to go and party, I'd love to listen more experimental music.
Yeah, that's because I know that's what you love and that's the experience you bring as well, right?
Yeah, that's about it.
One thing about you that your fans would be surprised to know.
Dude, off stage, off camera, I'm a very boring person. So, you know what? I've had some fans who want to meet me and off stage they want to take me out for dinner or lunch or coffee. And I'm like, dude, I'm the most boring person you can hang out with because, bro, I only know music. I don't know anything else. So if you're sitting and talking to me, I can only talk to a DJ or an artist or music. Other than that, I'll be just sitting there. I'm generally a very and I think as Indians growing up in India, we've become so competitive. We all want to come first in the signal, first from getting out of the aircraft, first in this thing. Why? Like, calm down. He's out. It's fine. It's a nicer world if you're all together instead of us coming first.
People need to stop existing and start living.
Start. True, man. Well said. And that's why I say when fans meet me in, other than my DJ, they're like, dude, this guy's so boring. That explains why most of my girlfriends left me. They were expecting something and off stage I'm like,
ab kya kare? So I spoke to some of your friends.
Oh Lord. Oh my God.
One experience that we did get to know was that we believe that you drove a car overnight, to reach your gig because the driver went to sleep.
Dude, seriously?
Can you tell us about this?
So we had to go to Jodhpur or Udaipur. No. Dude, I'm confused. We landed in Jaipur. Okay. And I landed in Jaipur and we had to go to, I think Jodhpur. First of all, our flight got delayed. Okay, we landed in the middle of the night at 1 a.m. So there's this driver. Sir, मैं ले जाऊंगा आपको. This driver, the wedding planner I hired.
Okay.
For us.
Yeah.
I mean, Deep would have brought.
Right.
We sat. Okay, he was my assistant. So our pal driver says, okay, chalte hain.
Okay.
And on the highway, he said, sir, I want to eat. I said, eat food. Lovely dhaba food, dude. I love dhaba. Fresh.
Yeah.
So I said, you also come. I told the driver, you also come eat.
Okay.
Our palace.
Belted
food, okay.
Right.
Then he's driving. Then suddenly I see the cars going on the highway. I'm like, oh my God. I said, sir, आपको नींद आ रहा है? हाँ, खाना ज़्यादा खा लिया ना, नींद आ रहा है. I said, sir, चाबी दे दो. Our pal, I said, he goes back seat. I am in front on the driver's seat. He goes back. He takes a blanket out of the dicky, sits on the back seat. He puts it over his head and he's gone. And then me and Deep took turns and we drove 4 hours to Jodhpur.
Right.
At night, middle of the night, we didn't even know our way. The GPS was also going off on.
Right.
Somehow we reached.
Right.
And then this boy, he reached there, he gets up. Aage.
Yeah.
That's for tips. I say, I'll hack you. You give me tip to get you here.
I think at the entry gate, the security guys thought you were the drivers.
Yes. इधर आप driver अच्छा साहब सो रहे पीछे. अरे साहब मैं driver हूँ सो रहा है. क्या? There have been many instances, man. Like it's been hectic, bro.
Right.
I mean, another instance, you know, I don't. Ganesh told you not in FBA because I would study and I would work also. You know. So, mind you, this is my boss told me this. Sanjay Mehta, he's a great boss.
Yeah.
He said, I just saw your roll attendance. You work 366 days continuously without taking a break. I mean, and that's the commitment one needs to have. I didn't take a break, single break, despite having college and work. And this is the commitment. And I would finish at 3-4 in the night and be in college on my class at 8 in the morning. So a lot of kids don't have that commitment now. Okay,
they don't.
Kids, if you want to reach somebody, he told me that, and I was surprised. I was like, really? I didn't take a break. He's like, take a break, and that's when I got Ganesh as an assistant. So now the topic comes there. I had a white bed sheet. The console was a nice big console. So if I was sleepy sometimes in the middle, I would come 7 o'clock. I would start 9:30. I would take the bed sheet, roll over, and sleep under the console. Then and there covering my sleep because I wouldn't have had enough sleep. And they've been. I had a kinetic Honda, man. I would go like in highways 4 hours ride, and that Kaini was scary. My friends in college said this Kaini would break any time. I was famous for that in Christ College. I was famous in Christ College. Your Kaini would go click, and so I would go highways 4 hours in that Kaini, come back with all my music kept in front. But that's the love of your art, and that's the necessity that you need to make the money and you need to perform. All this drives you, man. You need, it has to be, you need something to drive you.
Of course.
People ask me, why are you doing Monday nights? I'm like, come experience what I do in Happy Brew on Monday.
Then you will know.
Then
you will know. Jasmeet, I mean, it's been an absolute honor.
Pleasure, bro. Thank you.
Here.
It's good. It's good to see you grow. You do this for the community. This is for the community.
Yeah, it is.
It's not for you or it's for the whole community.
Yeah, of course. That's where, like, when you come in and speak about your experience and what you're doing, when people watch it, that they get really inspired and, you know, they know what not to do. Rather than knowing what to do, of course, they will learn that. But which way not to stray or, like, stop doing the wrong things.
Stay focused, man. It's very easy to stray. I've seen in my 20-odd year career, bro, I have seen, and you really need to show this. I've seen so many talented DJs. I'm telling you, these guys, they are so talented on stage. I'm like, wow, I couldn't achieve it in 10 years what he's achieved in 5 years, in 3 years. That this guy's so talented on stage, but they go astray.
Discipline.
They lack discipline. They start drinking, substance abuse, women, and then their careers are finished. They are nowhere, and you got to stay away from it, man. You have to stay strong and stay focused. So I think that's is a big thing to learn. Otherwise, these guys would have been superstar DJs,
right? With the talent they had and the way they were working at a certain point of time.
All that, you know, fame, money, playing in Tomorrowland, this, that. It'll come.
It's great. It'll all eventually come.
But don't go astray when you get that initial fame. I had this line, as I would say, partying is not life. Partying is a part of life. Very small.
Brilliant. Thank you for coming on the Vic Fix. This has been so inspiring.
Pleasure. You have a great setup. Love it.
Thank you so much.
More luck to you.